Hi, and welcome to my new channel, One Take Dave. Today, we're going to be putting together a computer. This is a computer we're going to be putting together for the very first time on the very first video of the channel. Okay, I'm going to keep the camera rolling the whole time. We're going to knock this out piece by piece. We're going to do a little retro build. My first ever retro build. Today, we got a bunch of different pieces we bought off Amazon. We went for the best you could get out of price and performance ratio. We're going to be using the i5 processor, the 10th gen, the 10400. Yep, 10400. i5 processor should give us some really good performance. We're using a really nice motherboard, the B460. Got an extra coolant over here. It's the Hyper 212 from Evo. And last but not least, a run-of-the-mill 500 watt power supply. We got the DDR4 Falcon Z RAM. We got two 16 gigs right here. So we're gonna push in 32 gigs of RAM on the computer. We have our solid state drive, the P2 version, the skinny little nice one that fits right in. 500 gigabytes of that. GTX drive, that's the 1650. Okay, this for price performance was really good. I definitely recommend this one. I'm going to start the first build by tearing this bad boy apart. We got this brand new, maybe 20 years ago. It doesn't function at all. This is why we got it for free. Just to give you a little story, if you have to be outside the United States, which I currently am at this point, I'm trying to make a build. I'm actually in Colombia. The import fees and the taxes and the shipping to buy a tower off Newegg or Amazon, doesn't matter what it is, the freight cost and the size of it, a $65 tower that's, medium of the range tower is going to run you over $300 after shipping, handling, and tax. So it makes no sense to do. We're going to do a retro build from a tower that's completely not working, but it's only because, why? It's got a lot of space in here. Even though this is not going to be 100% compatible, screw it. We're just going to cut this thing up and we're going to make it work. Make sure you know where all your screws are and where they go. Because if you don't, you're going to have a good old fun time. Right now for the headphone jack, microphone jack, and two USBs outside here. The main reason I'm doing this is because I have a younger brother and I am the older brother. Give a shout out to my younger brother Ryan. He likes computers too, and I always told him that I was going to beat him and build my own computer first. I just want to give a shout out to my brother and all the older brothers that are out there as well. Anyone that happens to be watching this right now that knows me at all, Juan is upstairs cutting some metal. So we got a last screw in here. Take that baby out. And here is the old motherboard. Intel Pentium processor E570. So it's a pretty slow processor. Talking maybe, 6-7 years ago. So DDR3 133, 2 gigs. Whoa, the monster back in the day. Old fan, solid state drive, or in this case, the disk drive. Oh, it's a 1 terabyte. Micro SD, USB, stuff like that. So for right now, keep it around. DVD drive, CD drive. Man, I cannot remember the last time I used a CD for anything. So, junk in this. Go ahead and open this baby up for the first ever time and see what's up. First off, looks like we got some power cables, some little connectors. So, excuse me if we don't have the best angles on things rolling through as the channel grows. Okay, so here's our awesome motherboard. You have definitely a bunch of different places to put in your high-speed LAN, a bunch of USB ports. You got a HDMI port, I believe. Yep. You got your VGA ports, and what are the last ones? Some more USB ports, and then an audio port right there. One of the little panel plates for all of your ports. So let's stick this on right here, hopefully. Oh, your utility and drivers. So, junk in this.
maybe we'll use that crappy CD-ROM after all. Oh man, I'm screwed. Anyone can read this. It is not in English. Step 1, let's install the CPU and CPU cooler. What about the i5 core from Intel? This is the 10th generation, the 10400. The other ones have little circles to it. Hey, it worked. Kind of, sort of. Wait till I close it. Uh-oh. Oh. It says remove. This was here. Remove. Otherwise, you're just going to pop it out like I just did. There she is. She's down on the motherboard. First ever motherboard installation. There we go. Boom. So we have our Hyper 212. So first thing I open up, I got a couple little pieces that look like brackets. I don't know. Adjustable settings for the brackets. The hell is this? I have no idea. We're gonna go find out soon. Maybe this is the support bracket for holding down the module. Ah, freaking coolant gel. There we go. I was wondering what the hell this crap was. All right. So it looks like we have another support bracket right here. And this master cooler. Cooling tubes, and when it generates the nice cool air and it circulates it around, and then you press this piece on top of your processor, or just a little bit over it with the cooling gel, and that's what cools your CPU. So we're going to put our coolant gel on first. I believe this is the supporting bracket for the back side of the board. And then this is bracket for on top where you're going to layer your fan and your cooling unit. Okay? So we're going to start by installing this on the back of the board. Okay, welcome back. So we got a RAM. Bought this off Amazon for $82. Name brand is the Vulcan Z. It's two 16 gig RAMs, DDR4. So we're gonna have 32 gigs of RAM in this bad boy. These are your RAM slots, located right here. You have 4 of them. You open up your RAM slots with these little like little holder kind of things. All right, when they're open, as you can see, the RAM always has a particular groove inside the RAM. That's all you do is you match it up to the board. It's super simple. Basically, one part is bigger than the other one. So we got these. Put it in the little slot, put it in the little slot. Make sure it's lined up. Push down. And you want to hear the click. It's very important. There you go. Now that I hear the click on both of them, I know that it's ready to rock and roll. Now, can't stress to you how important that click is. Okay? That click basically is telling you that your RAM is on the board and the board is acknowledging it. If you don't hear that click and you go to try to boot up your computer, for no fault other than it just isn't in there securely enough, your computer won't boot. We're going to be putting on our SSD. Our SSD is a lot smaller than a lot of the SSDs you have. These are the new ones, okay? A normal laptop, you're going to find these kind of solid state drives. Again, this is the P2 M2 22080. But this is going to give us 500 gigabytes of memory. Should be extremely fast for the build and relatively cheap, under $100. I went and read the instructions in this one while I was jibber-jabbering. There's no effing instructions, but I think I see the slot to it right here. This guy looks like the PCI slot. I hope I'm saying it right. for your memory. Okay, so we're gonna try to put that in right there. Put her into the 2 slots. Again, it has a special groove to it. And it has, so you guys know, it does have, it's already built-in spot here on the board that has a particular screw over here that fits this and holds it down into place. So I bought the screwdriver set on Amazon. Had a ton of reviews. Comes with a lot of options, but we're in. We got our SSD card plopped right there. Okay, so again, you put it in. There's a screw to it. Take out the screw, and that's the screw that holds it into place. But wow, have we made changes from a disk drive this big, okay, with a spinning disk in there, to now this kind of small SSD card, which, I mean, they sell them for 2 terabytes of space. So it's definitely a possibility if anyone was interested in getting a higher grade one for a little bit extra money, about $200 your max. But yeah, I mean, the size and the speed of this is pretty incredible. Now that we're ready, and we have the tower sitting here, we're gonna go put it, the new motherboard in the tower. Pray to God it fits. This is the first time. I am not attempting this before to make sure this works. If not, you have to drill some holes in the side of the tower, new ones, to make them fit the motherboard. Okay. 2 more things, and we've completed our build. First off, no build's going to be complete without a rocking video card. Okay, this video card is a GeForce GTX 1650 Super. This doesn't have a lot of onboard RAM. This only had 4 GB onboard RAM, but the price point's unbelievable. $165, and you have yourself an amazing 4K. You can stream at 120 FPS. This thing rocks. Obviously, there are super better ones out right now from NVIDIA and stuff like that, but you know, they're gonna run you $700-800. This guy can't go wrong. 160, 165 bucks. It runs like a beast. Okay, the board that I bought only has 1 PCI slot, but to be honest with you, 1 PCI slot for a good video card is sufficient for anything you're gonna need in your build. Okay, so your PCI slot's right here. Okay, it runs along here, and then eventually your video card will run out here. When you get bigger video cards and whatnot, people recommend to get a support bracket so it doesn't sag or something like that. But we're gonna go ahead and try to put this in. Hopefully it doesn't sag too bad. I got my metal cutters. We're gonna go cut this thing open and get this bad boy inside. What I'm gonna do to complete this build, because I don't have anything to prop her up yet. I'm gonna turn this video over. Apologize, you're not gonna be able to see as well. But this way, all the pressure's going right back down onto the board, and we shouldn't have an issue. Power supply, the last critical piece of the build. Obviously missing out with putting in and hooking up all the cables. Wow, getting close. Power supply I bought is a 500 watt power supply from Thermaltake, excuse me. And this one was $70 with shipping. I think it was $62 altogether. This guy had some great reviews on Amazon and thought, what the hell, 500 watts should power everything I need. Okay, so open her up. They have a rating system on the box. This one says 80, but it's silver. There's silver, gold, platinum rating systems. If they're not one of the 3, then I would really not recommend buying one. They're just not tested up to a certain standard, and you could be getting a bad one or not be getting what you're buying. So our power adapter. Looks like it all comes together. Yep. Then we have our power supply. Whoa, that's a fan on there, huh? You got a power supply that's going to come from the wall. Okay, the 3-prong.
And then in the back, we got all the cables we need. Power supply's in. Holy crap. Can't move it. I'm gonna take out the graphics card so that, or well, maybe, we'll see. See how crazy it is. We're all learning this one together. So this is our big boy. Might as well start with her first. This, I think it's a 24 pin connector. Yeah, 20 plus 4. This is your main power supply, okay? We'll put it on our main power supply here. These graphics cards are so powerful, and there's other ones that are way more powerful. They actually need a secondary boost. So while they're gonna be getting energy from your motherboard, they're also gonna need secondary energy to run the fans and whatnot from your external power supply, okay? We have two power cords that are doing the motherboard. We have a 24 pin connection here, that's the main power of the motherboard. We have an 8 pin connection, 24 pin, 8 pin, and then we have another 6 pin, but that's directly to the video card because this video card needs 2 different kinds of power sources. One for the PCI slot and the other one direct from your power supply. So, hey, congratulations guys. We finished our first build. Now all you need to do is connect in the power, turn it on, and hopefully it doesn't catch on fire. Oh man. Last but not least, we have the front panel where we're going to turn on the computer. Okay, now we just connect the wires and we turn it on and let's see what happens. Hey! Woo! There we go. Thanks again for watching the channel, and I really hope you guys subscribe to this channel and watch more of the videos. We're going to be making different builds, not only computers, all different stuff, from jacuzzis to patios to any kind of stuff in robotics. Subscribe button if you guys want, and I'll check you guys out next video. Bye.